Hey, it's James. It's Monday. I'm actually about to go brush my teeth. Yes, you should always brush your teeth after lunch so that way the kids aren't talking about your stank breath. So I'm gonna go brush my teeth before my next class period begins. It is Monday. I had meant to come back and vlog after I brush my teeth, but I got distracted with other stuff here at work, so I decided to take care of that. So today was A-Day. My students took a quiz. I started off class, they got to review first, so I gave them 10 minutes to review with one another, asked me final last minute questions, and then gave them 15 minutes for the quiz, plus an extra 5 minutes for students that had accommodations, but most, if not all, students finished within the first 15 minutes. We graded those in class, and then after that I had a module on Canvas, which was introducing a new topic, the mole. So students got on and I created interactive notebook notes to go along with the video. So basically they watched the video and they took notes as they watched the video. And then there were 4 like show me that you understand problems. So I'm gonna do that tonight, look to just see. For the most part, most of the students seem to be understanding because I was checking through at least first and second period after lunch. During my planning period, I was checking to see if the students were answering questions correctly. And then my 4th period ended about 30 minutes ago, so I'm not sure. I haven't had time to look at that. With that said, I need to figure out, actually, I'm just gonna go home. I have about 30 seconds before my planning period ends and advisory starts. I'm just posting and finalizing grades for progress reports because they're due today at 2 p.m. And then my B-Day classes they're 3 blocks behind, so we are covering something that I covered with my A-Day classes about a week and a half ago. So today should be interesting. It's nothing new. So let me get started because I have about 5 seconds left. Bye. See you later. I had about 10 students, which is the largest that I've had this school year, come in for tutoring. So I think what I have implemented so far is starting to work in regard to my homework policy, which I didn't assign homework last semester. Really, I'm doing the homework and giving the students a week deadline, sometimes a little bit more than a week. Actually, it's only been 2 homeworks to complete it, but it's really meant to get the students to think about the notes that they've taken in class, but then also get them to come in for help. So I've had students come in after school, during lunch, and even before school. And then also my quiz policy, so if a student makes less than a 60% on a quiz, I automatically assign them Saturday school unless they can come in before that Saturday, get some remediation, some tutoring, take a re-quiz and pass before then, or at least make higher than a 60. With that said, I'm going to end because it's 5:30 right now, a little bit past 5:30, and it's late, so I'm gonna go home and I will talk to you all tomorrow.
That's what I said. You said this one was too cool. Like, it's gonna be beautiful. And I was like, ooh, Mom.
School is out. It's, I'm gonna say 5 o'clock. I don't know, I didn't even look at the time. So I actually had almost 20 students come in during lunch, either to just get help with the current topic, or they were making up the quiz that we took earlier this week, at least my A-Day classes. And my B-Day classes are a couple of class periods behind, so some of those students were getting help. So it's just a whole bunch of students in here during lunch. And then I had 2 students that just finished taking a re-quiz. The homework, and I should say, the homework isn't meant to be busy work. It's really to get the students to go and review their notes, to kind of comb through the material that we did in class, to study, and if they're having trouble, to come see me, which it has been working because I didn't give homework last semester, and I had very few students that would come frequently for tutoring, whether it was before school, after school, during lunch. And now this semester I have, as I think I said in either this week or last week's vlog, that students are now coming to see me. They're also coming to see me to make up quizzes, but they're also just coming to get help. Like, hey, I was trying to do the homework and I got to this part of the notes and I'm still having trouble with this section. So they're able to articulate what area of the notes or concepts they're struggling with, and that helps me help them a little bit better. So seems to be going well so far. Many of the students who came and did the requiz today, a majority of them passed. They got a higher grade. Students that failed it the first time, if they failed it again this time, even though they failed, they did way better than they did the first time. So now they know what they need to go study on. They're reviewing the vocabulary words, the concepts, and that's really the whole point of what I'm doing. The reason I'm doing the homework the way that I'm doing it now is to get them to review and to develop some study habits. And I've also put some other things into the Canvas site to help them, and some things and tips that I've shared in class to help them go home, go through their notes. And again, chemistry is just one of those courses. It's just hard, and I'm not out to make the course harder than what it needs to be. I still want to hold true to the nature of the course. It's a pre-AP class, but I'm not just going to throw a whole bunch of work at them or just give them problem after problem after problem. You know, once I can see that they can do, you know, 1 or 2 problems pretty well, then at that point it's just about making sure that they understand certain concepts before we move on. With that said, I don't want to stay here longer than I need to, so I am going to change. I'm actually really tired. I stayed up until 2 o'clock this morning. Got excited. I was working on the Canvas site and redesigning that, and I was like, I need to go to bed, and I just stayed up and was working on that. So I'm gonna go to the gym, work out before I go home. So I will chat with you all tomorrow. Good morning. It is Thursday. I'm not gonna vlog much today because my B-Day classes, what we're doing today is something that I did with my A-Day classes last Friday, because we were 3 blocks behind because of the ice day last week, and there was another reason I can't remember right now. However, so they're going to get caught up by tomorrow. Tomorrow they're going to take a quiz, and then after that I'm going to get them started on the Canvas modules, but I'm not going to give them the 10-minute time to study at the beginning of class like I did my 8A classes. I'm going to let them know that today. So if they have any last-minute questions, they need to come see me, because when we start class tomorrow, we're going straight into the quiz. After we take the quiz, we're going to grade the quizzes, and then we're going to get into the modules, because we have 3 weeks left before the end of the grading period, and we're taking a test over everything that we've covered so far. And I'm only going to give 1 test this grading period, and I've already placed the announcement on the Canvas site, like in big bold, like announcement, exam will be on this date, here are the topics. I'm going to actually put the review on the Canvas site this weekend, so students that want to go ahead and start studying, they can go ahead and do that. And I also put some practice videos to help the students out if they need additional help, or if they can't come to tutoring. It's 5:45. I just had a group of students leave. Very high energy group of students that I had today, but then they all came for tutoring, which this week I've had the highest number of students come either during lunch and or after school. So what I'm doing seems to be working. Although today after school, because they're high energy, it's a lot of, okay, what can I help you with? I need everybody to settle down, let's relax. So, and then I'm just tired because the past 2 nights I've stayed up late, and that's my fault, because on Tuesday night I stayed up working and redesigning on the Canvas site, and then last night I stayed up because I'm trying to be more hands-on, helping my dual credit students. Even though it's a college class, they're still in high school. They started off strong last semester, then mid-semester they just kind of fell off the tracks. Overall they did well. You know, I had a couple students who got A's, and then, you know, B's and some C's, but they could have done a lot better. And so to help them out, every other class what I'm doing is I'm watching the modules just to make sure that I know what they're doing. I can help them if they have questions, but then also every other class what I'm doing is I watch the videos and I create guided notes, and then they answer those as they go through the video. And then on some days we do warm-ups for exit tickets, so that way they're on task with what they should be doing in class. With that said, I'm gonna head home, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. TGIF, it is Friday. It's a little bit past 5 p.m. I just actually had some students, like I had all week, stay, either come for help or they were absent and they just left. I'm not gonna stay too long into the evening because it's already late. I didn't vlog at all this morning because I just had students that were absent or they needed other stuff to help with, so I was focusing on that. For the most part, what I'm doing, and I'll talk about this in the next vlog, seems to be working in regard to like the homework, which I didn't assign last semester, with the Saturday school initiative that I've started in case like they don't complete assignments or they get below a certain grade. And then also just making sure that students are advocating for themselves. They're holding each other accountable. They're being more responsible in regard to deadlines, and that's something also that I'm trying to help them with. I didn't have set deadlines last semester, so I'm trying to also hold myself accountable while teaching them some of the skills that hopefully help them out when they either go to college or they get a job. So with that said, I'm going to end here because, as I said a little bit earlier, it's late and I don't want to stay here. It's Friday. So I will catch you all in my next vlog. Well, that's it. If there's anything about this video that you like, then make sure to hit that like button, comment down below, and or share the video. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe so that way you can bond with James. And if you're interested in checking out some of my other clips, you can do so by clicking on any of the links right here. As always, thanks for watching.